Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Notes for Notes Artist Spotlight podcast. Today, I have a special guest here with me via Zoom. He is new to the Notes for Notes family and the Notes for Notes culture and what we do. And he's off to a great start, by the way. And so I want everybody to welcome Joseph J. Banks, also known as JCNxEvil. What's up, Jay?
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing today, man? Everything good?
Yeah, everything been fine.
Cool, man. So, by the way, welcome to Notes for Notes.
Thank you.
Good to have you, man. So, man, tell us a little bit about yourself for people that don't know you. Just give us just like, where you from, and anything else that you want to let us know, school, grade, other stuff like that, man. Floor is yours.
Well, I'm Joseph Banks. Some people call me Jay. I'm new to musical production, and I'm 14, and I just got into high school, and so with all of this COVID-19 and stuff, the transition has been a bit different, to say the least. And so I'm just trying to adjust like many other people. So I started out first making music about 3 years ago in 6th grade. It was really my science teacher that helped push me like over the edge to sort of get into writing lyrics and whatnot. And then in 7th grade, I actually started making my own music. And so I just feel like over the 3 years, I know it's probably a short time for some, but for me, I've grown a lot in my eyes. And I just want to see how far I can go, really, and to get a message out to the people.
All right. So that's what's up, man. So you said a lot, yo, and I just really kind of want to digest that and like just take a little bit. Well, let's take it from the first part. Transitioning, man, from COVID, during COVID right now. As a young person, I know you're 14, you're used to being around your peers and things like that. How has that adjustment been for you that you can't really be around your friends and like you just seeing everyone through a screen right now?
Well, to be honest, before, like even when school had was actually in person and before all of this virus stuff, we still had like used the same connection. Like we would text after school or call after school to like say hey and talk about what happened during school or something. So it's not a really big transition with the friend group. Like I don't have the numbers of all of my friends, but the close friend circle is still intact. And I'm just trying to keep a strong relationship.
So like just being at home now, how does it feel to do school from home?
I mean, I don't really like it, to say like my opinion, because I just think that it's not really giving the school feeling. Like school could have been online a long time ago, but they didn't, because to me, school isn't really about the work. It's more about the experience, like meeting your teachers, getting to know them through the year, meeting other people. Like you can learn the exact same thing that you learn in school faster and more efficiently online, but it's just like the sensation of being in school and being a part of that community.
Man, do you find yourself being depressed in these times? Do you feel like depression?
I wouldn't say that, like, because I'm not in one spot. Like, mostly every other day, I would go to my grandmother's house where her and my uncle stay. And we would either, like, do school there for the first half and then, like, continue with what we would normally do over the weekdays at our grandma's house. So, and then I still go over like my cousins and other uncles' houses occasionally. Okay. So it's not like I'm just in one spot.
Yeah.
But I see what you mean. Some people could get sort of just messed up in the head because they're looking at the same thing over and over.
Yeah, man, like this for sure, because I've heard of teens your age who have really dealt with depression since COVID set in, and like they just kind of got in their head a lot, and like it wasn't a great outcome. And depression is real, and it happens. It can happen to anyone. You don't have to be old. You don't have to be really young. Depression sees no age, and like depression is real, man. But I'm glad you are handling it well, and like you're in a great space. Like that is awesome. And so speaking of spaces, man, tell us about your music, kind of who you are as an artist. But first I want to deal with the JCNxEvil. Talk about that for me.
Well, I got my name a while ago. But back when I first started, I was thinking of the name. And I chose that because first off, J is like, that's what people normally would call me. Like J was short for Joseph. And I got the C because like, see no evil. That's what I just, the way that people would normally think that a kid's perspective on the world is different. And I just want to tell them like how I see it, and how like my views are different than yours, but that's okay because we're different people. And so I'm just like, the name, I was thinking that it would make people think about it more, which it obviously did, the JCNxEvil. And I just wanted them like to kind of know what my goal was as an artist.
Gotcha. And so as an artist, let's talk about what is your goal as an artist?
Well, my goal is to kind of like, I just felt like everybody that's been making music now, or most of them, to say it, the general, like on the radio before COVID even, there was just like a bunch of negativity and stuff, denouncing other things and bringing people down. And then occasionally there would be uplifting songs made, but like I want to focus on the more negative side and try to like change that. Like what I want is for people to turn on the radio and like just hear songs about life, like no songs about guns or drugs or women and all of that stuff, because I just seem like it would bring people down, and that's not really what the radio is for. Like if you wake up in the morning, get in your car and you're going to work and you turn on the radio and you hear one of those songs, it would usually start the day off bad, and that's not what people really want. So I'm just trying to like change that,
I can dig it, man, but a lot of people would say that type of negative stuff sells, and like I know a lot of teens your age listen to stuff like like the NLE Choppers and the Travis Scotts and the Lil Uzis, the Kodaks, and the babies, the little babies, and somebody's baby, and so
yeah.
So I know it's like it's always about just to say the baby, he got a whole song about he called a rock star. You know what I'm saying? He talk about, he's not a rock star. His guitar is like a gun. And, so we it's a lot of negative stuff that goes on, like in rap and hip hop, and like a lot of, youth your age try to portray that life. And a lot of them don't live that life. And we know that. Why don't you do that? Why don't you feel like you have to glorify the gun or the drugs and other stuff like that? Why don't you want to take that path? Because it seems like it's popular.
Because like, it's not me. Like, I've never done it or thought about doing it. So like, it would feel like lying to yourself and everyone around you if you said that you went that lifestyle. So I just seem like it would be kind of like a fake life. And if you only live once, you might as well have a real life that's your own and not some other imagery that was put in your head.
Right. Yeah. Totally agree. So what do you feel about, how do you feel about those type of rappers and this type of music? Do you even listen to it?
Well, I mean, the music that I listen to, I mainly either listen to it because of the lyrics, like because they're really clever lyrics, or because the beat is very good. Like, those are the only two times that I would listen to a song like that. And so like, it's just, I don't really know. Like, it just depends, because most of the time I listen to more rock or pop, like bands and all of that stuff. But occasionally I would listen to some rap to kind of inspire me to make another beat or write more lyrics because of like the flow that they use or something. So I would mainly listen to it for like researching.
Gotcha. I got you. So man, tell us about your style. Who do you feel like you, as an artist, who do you feel like you sound like, if anybody?
I don't really know yet. I just know that I probably would sound like somebody, and that person knows that I sound like them if they ever listen to what I put out. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell right now.
All right, cool. So I know we've been working on some tracks. You've been doing the beats. You came up. We actually put lyrics down for one song. And that song, you talk about just pretty much the state of the world. You had a very conscious view on this song and just looking around and like what's going on in the world right now. As a young person, man, 14 years old, seeing what we doing with racism, Black Lives Matter, Donald Trump and presidential politics and all this type of stuff, man. How does it make you feel as a young person looking at our world right now, the time that you're growing up in? What is your view of the world right now?
Well, I just seem like they could have handled it way better. Like the way that things unfolded from the start, that it could have been better, like there were so many chances that people could have, like one person probably could have changed a lot in this circumstance if they either didn't say anything or did something else or didn't do something. And it just seems like it's all very childish how people started to react to it and how it makes me feel like if I was in their place, I felt like I would have just stopped, looked at the situation, and then acted. And like the way, like you have to consider all sides, not just one. And that's what I think that people should start to realize more.
Yeah. So do you feel like as an artist, if you're looking at all sides, who do you feel like you speak for?
Well, I'd say that I would say that I speak for the people, but that's not true at all. I don't speak for any side, really. It's like a third party in politics, kind of. How you're like in between. Like you don't take sides, but you have opinions for both sides. So I don't want to choose or favor. And like, so when I write music, I would say it in favor of one side on one thing and in favor of another side on the other. So it just depends on like the situation. And like I said in the song that you mentioned, one of my lyrics was good and evil is only what I feel right. And so it's like, no matter what, whatever the right choice is the good choice to me.
So just whatever's the right choice is the good choice.
Yeah, because that should really be the only thing that people should consider. Because if, like for COVID, if people had the choice to just shut down the airports ahead of time when they learned that it was spreading, even if it like ruined other people's plans or not, it was the right choice and it wouldn't reach any other countries and become a global pandemic and shut down everything. So if you shut down that one thing at that one time, you probably could have eliminated a lot of events.
It's very deep, man, coming from someone that's 14. I'm curious, do you follow a lot of politics or anything? I know, because I know as an artist, we tend to kind of look at a lot of stuff. We try to look at the whole world. So do you try to stay up on current events, either just for your own sake or just for the sake of your artistry?
Yeah, I try to stay in tune to the things that are going on, just because like I want to know, to be aware of it. Just so that like, especially now, that if anything were to change, I would be able to react to it appropriately.
So what's up, man? I love your views. You're very wise for a young man, and I applaud that. And as far as the music goes, man, like here at Notes for Notes, we always encourage you to have a mind of your own. You never go with the status quo, and and I applaud you, man, for trying to stay informed and doing your own research. And I feel like everyone should be about that. And so just far as being in the Notes for Notes program, I know I got you here through your mom. Tell us about I know you said your teacher kind of got you involved in making beats and things, and you say you want to take it and see where it goes. What are you planning for yourself as an artist? What do you want to take this music thing? Because I know you're into a lot of things. You like photography and you do make music, and you do a bunch of other little things. What do you see yourself in the music field?
As far as music goes, I think that I would just try to the farthest goal that I have is to get it on the radio. That just seems like my overall goal is to have somebody somewhere to know that they hear it on the radio almost on a daily basis, or however hourly they do it, just because I want to get the message out for my music. And so it would just that seems like the only goal so far that I have since I'm starting out. It just seems like that's the overall picture that I want.
Gotcha. That's what's up, man. And so let's talk about this real quick, and we're gonna wrap up here in a second though, but I just want to know, as an artist though, have you thought about an audience? Who do you want to hear your music? Who do you really want to feel your music?
Well, to feel it or relate to it, to know, hear it,
all of it. Let's just say, who is it that in your mind, when you write your songs, who is that person that you visualize on the other end of that speaker receiving your message?
Well, I have to say the adult audience, I guess, because it just seems like that's the main focus for it. Since it's a music about the world currently and about the changes and my views on it, it seems pointless to state my views to a younger audience. Not because they wouldn't understand it or so, because they probably wouldn't have enough power in them currently to change anything. So I'm thinking that if I targeted the adults in my lyrics and my beats, then it would start a chain reaction on other artists and start a sort of movement, you know?
Gotcha. So you want to create a movement.
Yeah, well, yeah, a movement, a revolution, or like an evolution, if you would rephrase that, of just like the music in general.
Nice, man. That's powerful words, young brother. And like, I believe you can do it, man. Change starts with you. And we need more young people to have that mindset, to want to change. Because honestly, man, young people are our future and you are our future. And so, you know, one day you will be in charge and you will have to make decisions. And you're going to have to, you know, going to lead. You're going to have to lead people, though. So, I love your mindset, man. So, I mean, as far as Notes for Notes goes, I mean, how do you feel about the program and, like, the opportunities that, like, the program has for you as an artist?
Well, so far, I think that it's a good, like, welcoming set to sort of start me off and whatnot, to get me adjusted to what I would need to do. And as you already had told me about a few experiences and opportunities, such as using the studio, which I plan to I already asked my mom about that, about which days and whatnot to come over there and just get situated.
Cool.
For further notice. But also, the Les Paul project that Notes for Notes created, I feel like that was an opportunity as well, because for me to write lyrics to that would probably further show, like, spread my capabilities and provide me with other opportunities from that one.
Oh yeah, I mean, we got more projects on the way. I mean, we create Notes for Notes. We always want to create opportunities for young people to express how they feel, express their views, and to just really show their talent, man. We believe that, you know, people your age, young people your age, you know, and your peers, you guys have a lot to say. And I feel like a lot of times you all don't really get to express yourselves, whether it be school or in your own homes. Sometimes, like, you don't really get to say, like, how you feel. And we always want to be that outlet, you know, to give you the creative space, to give you the tools to to just say what's on your mind, yo, and just to release creatively. And so, man, that's why we're here. I mean, shout out to the Notes for Notes staff. Shout out to all the Notes for Notes family that's across this country. We have so many young people who come to us, and so we are glad, dude, that you, Joseph, are a part of the family. And man, we thank you for being here. And man, we would look forward to hearing more from you. You got any socials you want to run out there? You got Twitter or any Instagrams or something like that where you posting your music right now, so we can find, like, if we want to follow JCNxEvil? You got any of that?
Not now. I'm not that far ahead, but like the closest thing to that would probably be a YouTube that I'm situating right now.
Okay.
So the I don't have the name for it adjusted yet, but when I do, it's probably just gonna be JC, capitalized, capital N, no evil. And you can just wait for further projects that I'll start posting.
For sure. I mean, so look, we gonna get on that, and that's what we do here at Notes for Notes, man. Like, Jay's just starting. We working on his first project, and you know, he's a developing artist, man. And so, like, these things come with time, and so, but we gonna get that. He's gonna get that stuff, man. And You know, because he got a lot to do. He got a message that he's gonna bring out to the people, and he got to do homework. So you got your plate full, brother. Hey, thank you so much, man, for taking time and just stopping through, man. Our artist of the month, Joseph Banks, aka JCNxEvil, or just simply Jay.
Yeah.
Just simply Jay, man. All right. Man, before we go for our sign off, man, we gonna end this podcast right here though. So I always like to leave this for my last question, man. If someone younger is listening to this podcast right now, in your 14 years of experience, do you have any advice for someone younger than you? Go.
All right then. For anybody younger than me, just know that you can get through it and that you should stick with your family because mother knows best. Never, ever, ever defy her because it hurts, to say the least. Being a young African-American male, I experienced that firsthand. And just stay strong. Much love and thanks, for being you.
Man, that's what's up, man. Nose for Nose Artist Spotlight, man. That's a wrap, yo. Nose for Nose Memphis, Michael Gates, program director, man. Glad for y'all to be here and listening. Peace.